Here, read this.
Woof.
Got off the train in Hull the other day and bumped into Philip Larkin, another walking statue of a poet, just like the one we have of Robert Ferguson in Edinburgh strolling down the Canongate. Of course, I shouldn't say statue, as I've learnt in relation to Robert Ferguson, that is a sculpture, because it doesn't have a plinth. Larkin doesn't have one either, so he's a sculpture too. It prompted two thoughts. The first was the question of how sculptors feel about bespectacled subjects. Larkin is as bespectacled in brass as he was in life, and yet it somehow feels like the glasses are a joke, like someone's put them on as a prank. Is it disheartening to sculptors to add that little bit of extra material that looks so flimsy compared to the rest of the body of the piece? I guess you can't really sort of press them into the face, otherwise they'd look like spots on a cow. Anyway, that troubled me. But the other thing I was reminded of is the rivalry between Larkin and Ted Hughes, which I'm sure I must have talked about at some other point in another video, possibly on Hughes. Probably the two biggest British poets of their day, both touted for the laureateship. Obviously Hughes took it on. Couldn't be less alike in appearance or reputation. Hughes, the shaggable, magical thinker with a pocket full of trout, and Larkin, the librarian masturbator with toads on the brain. Larkin's correspondence is full of bilious snark aimed at Hughes, but I thought I'd just share one that I discovered fairly recently. It's in a Guardian article from 2022, and it relates to a reading that Hughes gave of cave birds at the Ilkley Festival, which Larkin reports in a letter to Robert Conquest. At Ilkley Festival, a woman shrieked and vomited during a Ted Hughes reading. I must say that I've never felt like shrieking. We had the old crow over at Hull recently, looking like a Christmas present from Easter Island. He's all right when he's not reading. Graham Chesters, who I think is the chair of the Larkin Society, sent that in to The Guardian and added as a final comment, their memorial stones lie next to each other in Poets' Corner.